said, no, it's not about being ready. It's about being willing. Do you think Our Lady was ready? The Lord doesn't choose the ready. He chooses the littlest and the weakest so His glory can be shown through them. My name is Sister Molly Joyce of the Merciful Heart of Jesus, and I am a religious sister of the Servants of the Pierced Hearts of Jesus and Mary. Growing up, I received my sacraments, but I never had a personal relationship with the Lord. I didn't know of His love and mercy for my life. It wasn't until I was in college when I encountered our religious sisters for the first time. I didn't even know sisters existed. I only knew of sisters from The Sound of Music, and I never thought I would be a nun. But at the college that I went to, the sisters were serving in the campus ministry, and it was there where they taught about the treasures of the faith. I came to know of the power of the Lord's mercy and the sacrament of reconciliation. I went on a retreat, and it was there where I entered into this powerful sacrament, and I hadn't been to the sacrament since I was in the 4th grade. And here, it was this sacrament of the merciful love of God drew me back to His heart. And I started to walk in the path of the Lord. And I started to seek and desire the gift of going to Mass, the gift of being with the Lord in Eucharistic adoration. And I was 21 years old, and I did not know of the prayers of the Our Father and the Hail Mary. And it was there that Our Lady truly led me back to the heart of her Son. Each night I would pray one Hail Mary, and that Hail Mary is what brought me back into the gifts and treasures of the faith. Also, when I was growing up, I had never read the Bible, and I didn't know that the Bible is the greatest love story of God's love for humanity, for each one of us individually. And I didn't believe the Lord truly speaks to us in the Bible, but He does. We just have to have an open heart, willing to hear Him. And I simply prayed, "Come, Holy Spirit, speak to my heart." I opened up the scriptures, and the Lord spoke to me for the very first time with Matthew 11, verse 28. And He called me by name, and He said, "Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest." And that was the first moment that the Lord really spoke to me to draw me to His heart. And the Lord is such a good Father, and I simply asked Him, "Lord, what is the perfect plan that you have for my life?" And when I did, He spoke to me through the prophet Isaiah, and He called me by name, and He said, "Do not be afraid. I am with you. You are mine. I love you, and you are mine." And so I knew, I was convicted in my heart that the Lord of Lords was calling me to be a bride of Christ and a spiritual mother to many souls. But I was very much afraid. And in that process, I had the great gift to go on pilgrimage to a Marian shrine with our religious community. And there was a moment where I just surrendered my vocation in the hands and womb of Our Lady. And in that pilgrimage, there was a moment where I was able to speak to our mother Foundress, and I asked her a question. And I asked Mother, "How do you know when you're ready to enter religious life?" Because for me, I knew I was called, but I kept holding off and telling the Lord, "When I'm ready, when I'm ready." And our mother Foundress simply said in such clarity, she said, "No, it's not about being ready. It's about being willing." Do you think Our Lady was ready? The Lord doesn't choose the ready. He chooses the littlest and the weakest so His glory can be shown through them. And that moment changed everything for me. I said, "Lord, help me to have a willing heart like our Blessed Mother." And it was shortly after that I was able to give my small fiat. And His love is enough, and His grace is enough. So never be afraid to respond to the plan of love that He has for you. All for the heart of Jesus, through the heart of Mary.